Hey everybody, welcome back to Kingdoms Reborn. Now in the last episode, we were trying to get to the industrial age and we put a big emphasis on getting our 80 houses up to level 7 to do it. Now in this episode, we are there. We are ready to enter the industrial age. Now this is going to be a pretty big episode with expanding, as to get to the end game, we need to get our technology high enough to be earning 1,000,000 tech points. And that means we're going to be doing some pretty big expanding. Getting started, let's enter the industrial age. I think that's going to be pretty big to actually get us to where we need to be. From there, we are going to pick up capitalism, as the extra money from luxuries is going to be pretty big. And from there, I think we're going to go for 100% scholar from population, as to get 1,000,000 tech points. We're probably going to need the population. So let's get that. We will take the immigrants. They're probably going to move out, but we're going to take them just for that motivation book. Those are worth 47% right now, and it's only going to go up. Now, as for the upgrade tree, I was thinking it's high time that we spend some points on trying out the army system, and it looks like to get the infantry it would be 78k, and to get the artillery it would be 78k. Let me get the musketeers, the cannons. I think that will be good for the moment. Let's get pumpkins so we can work towards, well, we can pick up Happy Bread Day. I think that will be good for our happiness. And then we're going to work on, even though we're not doing a whole lot of farming, I think getting some farming tech is going to be really good. Let's go for 5 into farming tech, and I'll probably get a little bit more between episodes. Let's activate the pumpkin. Closing out all the spam, let's head back over to the tech itself. Now, I think the next thing on the list to do is let's get the zoo so we can get crop breeding to get our actual farms to be a little bit better. And then we're going to work our way towards the card combiner. We picked up army units. So let's train some army units and then let's start our next expansion. I'm thinking we go for 20 musketeers. That knocked me down a good chunk. That was like 60k. And then maybe we go for, you know what, let's let those produce and then we'll revisit it. Let's get the raid card and let's go ahead and get rid of the sustainability. I don't think that's necessary. As for, I didn't even notice that our money went up to 15k. That's pretty good. Let's upgrade our town hall, drop in the Happy Bread Day, and before it looked like we were at about 80 some happiness. And sure enough, the Happy Bread Day counts for PETA. That's good. I was worried that it wouldn't count for PETA. 109 already, and our food happiness is about to pass 100%. That's as for the mosque. It wasn't building, and I had the idea of putting a trade right next door. Let's go ahead and bring it into the industrial age, as brick is the majority of what's missing. I was thinking if we purchased a brick here, and we'll just purchase as much as we can, and not enough for the trade. Oh, all right, we're gonna have to sell something at the other in order to get this to do what we wanted to. So if we sold, don't want to do wood or coal since we buy that, we could sell some chocolate. Yeah, look at that, 19k. So if we sold the chocolate there, and that gets us enough money to buy the bricks here, so we'll just do that. We'll just pick up a load and maybe speed boost it again for good measure, because 91,000 is a little too much to actually spend on it. But if we can get bricks here, immediately move them over and get that going, then we could get this done and we could move our job happiness to 92 with this episode. And it looks like we're getting musketeer cards down here. So I'm going to wait for that raid card to actually do anything. Ooh, we can now raise minor cities or forts to remove them from the map. Interesting. 4 cards. Nothing is looking good in there except for the granary. Immigrants is always useful. The school is always useful. And for in here, I'm not seeing anything. Oh, I forgot about this. I got rid of the charcoal burners. They just are useless in this build. We could go with the beer brewery, and maybe we pick them up for the future. Maybe that's the route we do. Let's throw the beer brewery up there, and let's throw the 3 musketeers up there. Very fitting, I guess. Let's grab the library, the market, and the taverns. Let's start a town center right here. Maybe we'll butt it right up against the actual trade hubs here. Not that I want it to be right next to the grapes there, but we can take care of that with the shrubbery library later. We'll go something like right there. We'll just throw the tavern right behind it like normal, and we'll go with a library right here. The bad thing is that we're going to get a little bit of negativity because of the negative appeal there because of the winery. 64, so we're going to have a little bit of makeup there. Maybe I'll leave 2 spaces between. I don't know. I don't think I need to. I think that I can leave 1 and that Cypress will make up for it. And we'll just get this side going. And hopefully we have enough money to quick build all of this. And, unlocks vassalization. So we can now vassalize one of our neighbors. So I want to get a few more musketeers before we try anything there. All right, let's quick build all of this. We're probably going to have to move some food down here, but it does look like the food is in good shape right now as we're producing 55,000 per year for the 45 we're using. So we're good there. Let's throw those granaries up there. We'll use the 2 immigrants right now. Let's pick up the 2 tailors and let's put them down over here. Let's grab that theater, put the theater right here. Looks like they're getting a bonus from the 1, but I want to keep the less they have to walk. That's what I'm trying to get at. I want to keep the relative distance as short as possible. Now I can grab that school out. We're only going to take 1 and let's just throw it right next door. I'm going to create the path this way. Next will be the tailors. Now the nice thing about this is we already have our sheep here. Putting these here is just going to, it's going to allow us to get the wool from right here and just immediately make them. Let's get this set up to wool. Let's get another one right there. I would like to sell clothes. It looks like I need paper and I need metal. So I can probably, since I've got money, I can probably go ahead and trade for paper. We might have to put in an auto order for them, or we might have to get an actual paper production going. Let's throw the rest of those musketeers up there. I do want to wait a little bit longer before I do anything further there. Let's grab the brickwork. We're definitely going to be getting bricks this episode. Let's pass on everything in there and grab the free reroll. And nothing in there worthwhile. And that brings us to probably this area in here. Now, how much area do I have on my pumps? And they're full. So I need pumps in order to get my cattle down. What do the pumps look like on this side? And the answer is I have a lot of room over here. Maybe I do a little bit more expanding over here than what I was thinking to try to get 4 more of these cattle. So let's just bring this, let's try to keep it 1 tile across the river there, and then we'll bring it up and around everything. There must be something right there that it's trying to build around. Yeah, just a little bit of a den there. So we'll just delete that out, and then we'll just continue around here. And that allows us to throw 1 there, and then we can do the same thing here. Just going across that 960 and then coming across here. That should allow us to get another cattle here. This town should be able to maintain it. Just maybe 1 less bread there. Let's get a granary for that. So 1 granary. Let's not take 2, and we'll just throw that in here, and we'll just upgrade that. And let me know down in the comments if you guys think that I should start taking out the dates and replacing them with some heavier industry, as the dates just don't seem to be performing the way I thought they would be. Let's get we've got room for to use the immigrants, but let's throw the musketeer up there and activate our immigrants to get us a little closer to our cap. And pottery looks like it's starting to suffer. So that's going to have to be the next area. And maybe we come down this way for the next one. So we'll just come across here. We'll kind of connect this up this way. I think I pre-built these bridges wondering how they kind of look, and it's working out well there. So we'll go something like that. Maybe we'll go probably like right there. Now let's close that out for the moment. We can pick up the zoo and we'll throw it over here with our government plaza. And I'm thinking, ooh, man, this is becoming congested. I'm gonna have to play with the roads. Let's go zoo here. Let's go ahead and build it. Got a little bit of money yet, so I'm gonna have to watch that. And what are the zoo collections? So the deer set gives 50% from caravans. The boar minus 5% food consumption. So that's amazing. Do I just click on a boar? And I do. let's check that out. So let's throw the musketeer up there. Let's capture the boar. It looks like it gets 5% city attractiveness by throwing it in there, and it gives minus 5% to food consumption. So I'm gonna have to play around. I'm not gonna look for all of those on camera, but if I see something, like I know these are all boars, but if I see something walking around that looks like a deer, I might do it. And I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and hide the trees just so it's easier to see. Yeah, see, there's a deer. So let's go ahead and capture that, and we'll throw that in there where we're at it. What's this one? That's a mule versus this one is a sambar. So I guess we'll collect that. Heading back over to our zoo. Let's throw that in there. And then it looks like I just need a red, and that gives me 50% to caravans. That is silly. And then a bear set. I think I haven't seen a whole lot of bears, so I'm probably gonna have to do a whole lot of searching for that one. But I've got a feeling that the deer themselves are gonna be pretty easy. This seems pretty overpowered. I think there's a lot of things in this patch that needs to be balanced. I had a conversation with somebody about this on my last video that I said I'm probably gonna have to do a review of the game after I finish this series and kind of give my legit thoughts. And some of them I'll go ahead and start giving now. I think that some things are extremely out of whack. I just placed that in the wrong spot. Let's go ahead and clean that up and get it in the right spot. I don't know how many of the musketeers it's going to take to do a battle. So maybe we take a roam over to one of the locals and drop them down and see what it looks like and get the first war going as our city's starting to upgrade here. But I want to get these houses down first. So let's get these down. Oh, look at that. You'd think that I planned that one. That's just too perfect. Let's drop these, and then we'll just do the quick build since we have the money. If we do the vassalization, let's take them, let's take the motivation. Let's go ahead and close that out. I take my musketeers back, and we go ahead and do the conquer vassalize, and we throw all of our units in there. Let's see what it actually looks like. So 16 to 36. This might be a little bit rough. It looks like we're doing a fairly good attack, but it looks like they just have militias versus my musketeers. So it might be okay. Let's go ahead and reinforce. It looks like it's going to take a while. So I'll come back in a little bit and check on it. Let's find a home for that motivation. Probably one of these cattle ranches. So we're 74 without a motivation book. If we throw the motivation in there, brings us to 227. I think that's fairly good. We probably need it to be a little bit higher, and I'm gonna go ahead and bring in the trees back. I'm tired of not having them. Let's get a bridge across the water, and we'll probably put a bridge there, and we'll probably put a bridge here. That one's already got a road as far as we want it. Let's get a road here, and let's get a road here, and then we can probably connect them across. And I've got a market and I've got a library, which means I need another tavern and in order to do the next city. But that will kind of get us in line with where I want to be. Hey, there's a raid card, which I don't think we actually need. So let's go ahead and sell it. And let's pick up the school, pick up the PETA. Let's do the cattle. We'll grab the immigrants. We'll grab the haulers. We'll do the tavern, as we just talked about it in the granary. The theater, absolutely amazing. And I don't think that we need anything else from in there. So let's do the immigrants to bring us up a little bit closer to our cap there. Okay, for our city here, let's grab the tavern out. Let's throw the PETA and the school up there. We've got the market and the library. Let's go ahead and throw those musketeers up there. And we'll grab the bread and the hauler and the granary out. And we're just going to do pretty much the same here where we go. We're just going to build out our market, our library, and our actual tavern to kind of get this city center going. Let's get those houses built so that our people aren't so cranky about being too far from houses. And it looks like we're out of clay, but that doesn't surprise me one bit as we're doing some pretty big expansions here. Money's catching back up. That's thanks to the capitalism there. Another market, yes please. And nothing really worthwhile there except for that trade company. So we'll throw the trade company like right on the edge of this new expansion. Now for this area, I did want to do pottery. So let's do PETA first, food before luxury. Let's do the bakeries right there. We'll do the granary right there. And that leaves us probably a hauling service to help this work. And so that will go right there. And we should do probably a couple of warehouses, something like that. And then we'll put the actual pottery behind it. So we'll take 2 of the potters. Let's grab that theater and that school while we're in there. And we'll go the school on this side and the theater on this side. Let's do, yeah, we'll do them this way. And we'll try to match them up with the actual warehouses there. Let's get those built. And let's get this built, and let's go ahead and throw that other pottery in there, and let's get that built. A big chunk of lag there, absolutely big chunk, and it didn't actually want to build that. That was crazy. And I haven't checked on the mosque lately. As we did bricks, I want to see if it's, ooh, look at that. We are getting a little bit closer there. So we have players total score 6,638. That's pretty good. It's got my difficulty, my population, and happiness score. The happiness score is crazy. We've got our money score, our technology score, and then our wonder score. We've got a little bit of technology. Maybe it's time to pick up the next. Let's pick up the hotels. Let's get the museums, and let's start on the bank. We'll pick up the hotel. We'll pick up the museum, and we'll throw those with our government district as well. This is becoming pretty good, and ooh, we have somebody dying from the cold. I thought we were past that. All right, museum. Let's throw the museum right there. And we just got our musketeers back, and immediately I'm noticing the influence just shot through the roof. And look at that, we're gaining 2,488 from vassalizing. I'm gonna have to go over there. So let's get the hotel right here. No, that looks like it's low appeal. Let's get it right there, since that looks like it gets me an 95%. And let's get them both built. Let's take a quick look at both of them. So it looks like the hotel, it looks like it has a service quality. It charges for visitors, which seems legit. And it looks like it gets up to 50 visitors. So we might be able to have a couple of these. And increasing the fee switches up the service quality, so that makes sense. So we're just going to leave it at 5 and letting it go. It looks like every time somebody comes in, it gives us a little bit of money. And what is the museum? So these are different collections. So 50% money from caravans. I'm not sure what mummification does. Pilgrimage is 50% influence bonus for hotels. Interesting. 50% influence from minor city bonuses. That could be good. Every 2% happiness above 70 gives 1% productivity. So that'd be 20% productivity to everything. That's insane. And 1% city attractiveness for each level 8 house, a maximum 100. That's we're shooting for 100 houses plus, so we'd get that. And every 1% of city attractiveness gives 1% from minor city bonuses. That is worded really goofy. I'm gonna have to play around and see how to get these. I know there's some things on the map that might give them, but I'll have to actually play around. I'm going to do that off camera. Let's grab those immigrants. Let's grab that passion book. Let's get that into a cattle ranch. So we'll just throw that in there. And let's take a look at that city we vassalized, apparently. Yeah, look at this. We're getting 499 vassal tax, and we're getting 2,495 influence. This is absolutely insane. If this is the case, I have over a dozen of the minor cities on the map. That would mean that we could legitimately get 30,000 influence from vassalizing our enemies. That's absolutely broken. So leave your comments down below if you guys want to see me just yeet the musketeers, or if you want to see me go all ham and, you know, vassalize the entire map, as that would completely break the game. I could literally put a resource outpost on every single resource, and we would not need to purchase basically anything. I think this is a good spot to call it. I was hoping to be a little bit further in the tech for this episode, but I think this is a good spot. I'd like to thank you guys for joining, and we'll see you in the next episode where we dive a little deeper into that Industrial Revolution.